showed up passed out outside Newsom's door, and he was married to Kim Guilfoyle at the time, and this woman says that she was before this. He's got some Me Too stuff coming up too. It's one of my stories. I've been wondering when this was going to break out because I hear rumors constantly about his egregious behavior with women. It's not a long story, but one Rippy Torque, an at-will employee of Gavin Newsom, and the wife of his best friend, campaign manager. This is now in 2005. She showed up passed out outside Newsom's door, and he was married to Kim Guilfoyle at the time, and this woman says that she was before this. But there's so many. I've spoken to people I know I'm friendly with who've had crazy situations with Newsom, and I keep saying, why? You got to speak up. There's so many people that he's not a good person, and women in particular have suffered at his hands. And they've got to start speaking up and coming forward. People have to be saying Me Too about this because there are going to be a whole number of Me Too types. I'm certain of it.
I mean, the only thing I can add to that specifically is that it's not the amount of known things about this guy are crazy, right? I mean, he had an affair with his best friend, who was his, I think, chief of staff with his wife while he was working for her. Obviously he was married to Guilfoyle.
Stuff. Mind-boggling. This is not normal, like, oh, the guy had a slip. This is really almost on the predatory spectrum. Certainly,
I'm surprised. I don't take him as a predator. I take him as a sleaze, and I've heard those kinds of stories about him out and
what's going to happen?
Jillian,
they're going to go, well, you like Clinton, didn't you? He was a good president. Well, he was, he was the same thing.
Yeah,
they
believe
start
all
with that
women
stuff,
except those women. Yeah. We've seen that before. I think the fraud that they're going to expose will be astounding. I mean, the fact that we could just start with his isn't it his chief of staff who's being indicted for defrauding the U.S. government?
Yeah.
Let's start there. Or how about the massive land grab of the Pacific Palisades, where once again, you've weaponized red tape and made it impossible for residents to rebuild. And now you're seeing people like Grant Cardone and Kennedy come out, not RFK, but Kennedy Saves the World, the comedian, saying like, I'm still not able to rebuild my house, but they passed a law so that you can do low-income housing, so billionaires can grab up the land and build low-income housing and have the red tape and all of the restrictions removed, have it subsidized to the tune of, I guess it was $101 billion. So real quick, think about this for a second. They make it impossible for you to rebuild. You have limitations on your insurance policies, which, by the way, just so happened to vastly... wrong word. Just so happened to pull out of California for so many Angelinos a few months before the fires. So you tap out. You can't rebuild. You're having to rent. You're still having to pay your mortgage on your lot. These monster corporations come in, they grab the land, and it's under the pretense of low-income housing, which only has to be, I think, like 10 to 15% of the project. And it also expires, those requirements expire, I think, in roughly 50 years. They've basically just stolen the Palisades.
How does Trump's new corporations can't own homes run into that? Do you know?
I'm told it doesn't happen, that it's just for the midterms. What do you think, Dee?
Well, I don't know if it's going to happen, but basically Trump is now saying that, these corporations, because that's what we've had a huge amount of BlackRock buy, and other these multinational conglomerates that are buying all these single family homes. And then you wonder why people can't get in on top of high interest rates and everything else. Jillian, everything you said there is completely right. And, they do all these ridiculous environmental surveys, so they care more about the smelt that are in the water than they care about the people and everything else. But look, until Californians really wise up, or the thing just, everyone always says, well, okay, it has to hit rock bottom. The question is, like, what would rock bottom look like? Like, would the whole place freaking implode? You're going to wait for another massive earthquake on top of 10 other, like, cascading problems and then it's a zombie apocalypse? Like, what does it look like until the day that Dr. Drew says, I have to go?
I tap out. Yeah, we're here in Pasadena. Pasadena, Orange County, or Orange County in particular, is still these sort of holdout where there's quality of life and you're not so much impinged by this craziness. But I don't see how it doesn't. I don't see how it doesn't implode, Dave. It's going to implode in some horrific way. It has to.